Spring Arbor University and SAU Radio, General Manager and Sales Manager, Tom Davis. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Bart. How you doing?
Good to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you. So I was glad to be back here with you.
Big year for Spring Arbor as an institution, 150 years.
Yeah.
But I understand Spring Arbor University Radio has a significant anniversary.
Absolutely. It's one thing that probably most people don't know, but we've been around for 60 years.
60?
Yeah, 60 years.
That's awesome. Happy anniversary.
Well, thank you. We just actually had it in June. It was kind of the official anniversary, but this is our 60th anniversary year. 1963, a 10-watt little radio station was started in Spring Arbor. Some minor programming, it was like, and it has been growing ever since.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
And it continues to grow because you've launched something new.
Absolutely. We 2 years ago we launched the Arbor FM. Yeah, because we've had home and 106.9 now, and we have the Arbor, which there's our logo. But now we've part of our mission, of course, we're part of a university, is to teach the next generation of broadcasters in communication. So we're like, let's start it's a streaming radio station. It's not a traditional over-the-air radio station, so you have to download the app or listen online. But it's called Breakaway Radio, and it's positive Christian hip hop, and it's all going to be student-led. We have student managers, on the air, and a lot of Spring Arbor University information and features and programs. So that's our next step in honor of our 60th anniversary.
Awesome, and really that's what university radio, non-commercial radio is for, education. And at universities like mine, where I went to school, professors played classical music.
Yes.
And no kid was interested in that format or being part of that, and I think they did it on purpose. They weren't training future broadcasters.
No, and the industry has really changed over the years. We're really, all broadcasters are struggling with, what the future is going to be. With television courses, streaming, and same thing with radio. And that's why we decided, let's look at what students want to hear, and which is like the hip hop music, and what they're really going into, podcasting and learning about that. But then again, any kind of communication, you need that for any career you go into. Whether it be speaking, public speaking, writing, all of that skills we can provide students through our program. So it's just wonderful.
Brand new, Breakaway. And you find it on the App Store?
Absolutely. It's just search Breakaway Radio or breakawayradio.org on the web.
Fantastic. So Home.fm, very popular in the market, one of the top stations in Jackson. And I think it's because you provide some cool things like all the Christmas music.
Yes, we do.
We can count on that leading up to Christmas.
Yes, absolutely.
But
we're about halfway into Christmas at this point in time, but we normally start at Thanksgiving.
Tomorrow, we're at that.
Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow, the 25th of July. So we're like, let's just do 24 hours of Christmas music.
One day.
Just one day. Yeah. So if you're tuning in tomorrow, don't tune the channel, change the channel. Like, what's going on in my radio? But no, we're just going to do honor for 24 hours Christmas for Christmas in July.
Okay, all right. And you've been doing that for quite some time.
We have been, yeah.
60 years, a lot of time. Are there people, do you know, or is there a record of what the first thing that was on Spring Arbor Radio aired?
Honestly, they did a lot of kind of classical music and preaching features, small staff. But here's some of the pictures, actually. We kind of went back to the archives.
Oh, yeah, there's me.
and of course, you're back on radio. You can definitely, see some of the changes that have happened. Again, since 1963, a lot of students have gone through there in many different ways. Logos have changed, frequencies have changed, but really the spirit of teaching and broadcasting has not gone away. That's one of our first broadcasters right there, and I believe that's 1964 in our own studios.
And he showed up and he said, "Oh, it's radio."
Absolutely.
You want me to wear a tie?
Back then it was standard. Now we wear this, or even less this. This is actually one of our first kind of remote vans. And you can see 89.3, 1,000 watt WSAE Spring Arbor College, the Golden Sound. So it's interesting to go back to these pictures and archives to see how much we have really changed. Same location since about the early 80s, but definitely the equipment, hairstyles, and fashions have changed. So
It's all going to come back. It all comes back.
it always does. It always does. You know, there's your old turntables, which of course come back to you know, I've been looking for the old records we had back in the day, but
You know, I bet a lot of people threw out a lot of vinyl as,
Yes.
you know, digital arrived and are kicking themselves.
absolutely.
Does the archives, your library still have vinyl?
We do. We have them. Again, I had to, we need to kind of go through them, see what's left in there. Pretty valuable these days,
Yeah.
some of those. So it's, and now that we're into the digital age, we're all computerized. We've got, you know, that's what the students are learning on. In fact, here's another picture of from our studios. As you see in the background, the computers. Back in the day, like you saw in the previous pictures, records, CDs. Something I go, oh, I feel old.
No turntables.
No turntables,
No.
they left, you know, but we still have them in the background. So, but and there am I, you know. That's because we have signals across the state with all our signals. Yeah, we've just been going for 60 years. I just can't believe it. I'm actually honored and to be a part of that history, you know, helping to lead it to the future. Because I was a student there at Spring Arbor back in the 90s. And I came back about 6 years ago, and I never imagined coming back and leading this operation. And being the 60th anniversary, I feel very blessed and honored.
Well, that must make your mission that much more personal, and you must have more, I guess, skin in the game in helping kids get educated for a career while they're working at SAU Radio.
Yes, and it's one thing I always say, I see so much potential in where we could go. And you're right, because I was a student there, and I
Yeah.
saw, you know, and I was experienced all that. And there's a time where we didn't have a lot of students working with us, and so that's why we have now Breakaway Radio. I'm like, let's get back to there. Let's teach students and these skills, even if they don't go into radio. Again, these skills that you learn through radio, you can take into anything you go into. If you're a doctor, you know, if you're going to be nursing, or you're going to marketing, all that stuff, you can use the skills that we could teach through us for your future. So
And
I
just
love it.
last year, you dedicated the Harold Munn Broadcast
Yes.
Center.
Yes.
So the school has made a commitment to keep the tradition of SAU Radio alive for, sounds like, decades to come.
Absolutely, another 60 years.
Great to see you. Congratulations on the great anniversary, and thanks for being here.
Thanks, Mark.
The general manager and sales manager at Spring Arbor University Radio, Tom Davis. Oh, we still